What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Social Sig vlog. It is currently Monday, March 25th in the morning of 2024, and things are cooking as always. I guess you can see there is a big tent right here in our living room. So last night, Sheila and I decided to set up the tent just to practice, to make sure it's all good, air it out. Because we are going to be on the road this June on tour / road trip on tour. Me, Sheila, and Crab Cake doing shows all the way out west and back for almost a month. So testing out the tent to make sure it's all good to go. We slept in it last night. My neck is a little sore today. But yeah, very sleepy day, very sleepy weekend. We got hit with a snowstorm on Friday, which I'm not the most stoked about, but it is what it is. And it snowed a little bit yesterday too, so weather's just been kind of crummy. But yeah, things are still cooking along. I had a really good productive week last week, basically taking Sheila to work in the morning, so getting up nice and early, and then getting in a good routine with like booking, writing also, and then what? This is Crab Cake. Come here. Crab Cake has been good. He's been a real good boy lately. But yeah, getting into a good routine with everything and kind of finishing up booking with this West Coast tour. Also got booked officially for Mile of Music in Appleton for August. So doing 2 show dates for that festival, which I'm really excited about. It's been a long time coming to get on that festival, so that's really cool. Summerfest should be getting placed hopefully in the coming weeks here. Had been following up with their talent buyer, and he said, yeah, he's just saying, just sit tight, we'll get you somewhere. So because everything else is falling into place, I can't imagine how of a big operation booking us a full Summerfest lineup would be. But we're on his radar, which is good, and yeah, staying busy, very, very busy all the time. And one thing I'm working on is merch, so I'm getting some cool mock-ups of new merch. I have the t-shirt colors and the designs. I just got to get a quote from this company that's based out of Milwaukee that I'm working with. Normally I go through Custom Ink, but I got to pay for shipping for those, so hopefully I can get a better quote with this local company. I'm really excited for the colors and the designs. Shout out Sam Larcheed, who I was working with, who just shot me a DM, and I liked what he had on his Instagram, so worked with him on back and forth on a few different designs, so landed on one, and kind of going back and forth with colors, but the t-shirt colors are going to be brown, navy blue, and cream, so yeah, really stoked. I think I'm gonna get possibly I want to get these out before tour and before the Vivarium show, ideally. So hopefully that's feasible, but I would love to have these by before leaving for tour, basically. Today I am meeting up with this dude named Jack Rindall, who is the tour manager / manager of a band called The Astronomers, based out of Oshkosh. They have been doing some really cool things nationally, doing some really cool headlining tours and all the shebang. And he reached out to me. We had a phone call on Friday, so and he's just all about helping out, and he likes what I've been doing, so meet up with him today, and he's going to help me set up a Shopify account. So basically it's going to be, I just need to get it to a point where if y'all go to my website or Instagram and you buy a t-shirt off there, I'll get a notification. I can print out a shipping label and then just package it up and ship it out to you. So I want to get a really good I guess system in place for that. So he's helping me out with that today. Yeah, so I guess the main things this last week were just booking. Everything's kind of coming together, making sure we have housing arrangements. And then also, like I mentioned, we are going to be camping a little bit throughout the ways. So, and I want to be sure I'm documenting everything. So I'll definitely be doing so. So very excited about that. I guess last I vlogged was before going to Madison and Stevens Point. In Stevens Point, I was able to use my Iduru backing track pedal, which I'm getting better and better at, and I'm getting more excited about the sets I can do with it. Basically, this thing acts as my band when I plug it into a sound system. And I have the backing tracks minus the guitar that I'm playing and then the vocals that I'm singing. And trying to make it as cool as possible, very energetic, and trying to bring the full band feel to, I guess, or maybe just even its own sort of set. So the more I do it, the more comfortable I get with it. So I did a solo set in Stevens Point 2 weekends ago, and then I did a 3-piece set in Madison on Friday. So had a little bit of a weekender, which is insanely fun. I did do a tour journal debrief on it that you can find on my Patreon, which I'm starting to basically with behind the scenes photos and just writing kind of like how I was feeling at that time and just kind of keeping a good journal that way. I think it'd be really cool. So if you guys want to support the Patreon, it's on there. It's $5 a month starting at, and I also want to start putting like unreleased music and stuff like that on there too. So more with that to come. But long story short, I had a blast in Madison and Stevens Point. Madison was so fun. I said it, I think I keep saying it during vlogs. It feels really cool to get a fan base out in Madison, or just a city that's not Milwaukee. I think the last few Madison gigs we've played, there's been around like 100 people show up at least. There's definitely a few core people that come just to see us. So that's been really, really cool, getting the fan base out there. And yeah, the Madison Manor was the house show that we played, and just a freaking electric basement. Like those house shows, I intentionally put those to book those house shows because I know they're going to be insane, and just I won't be able to do them forever, I feel, or I'm going to be missing those shows a lot when I'm an old man. So insanely fun being in a basement of stuff with like 100 people, and just rocking out. Right before our set, it was a 5-band bill and we went 4, so kind of a long night. Right before our set, it was kind of funny. I mean, this part was a little stressful. Kai, our drummer, noticed right away, like the band before was like, yo, the kick drum is messed up. And so there's a hole inside the kick drum, which is the big one that sits on the ground. So there's a whole moment of us like setting things up. There's chaos everywhere. There's kids coming in and out, the small basement. People chattering. I think one person was on the microphone trying to tell stand-up jokes. Everyone was just kind of drunk, whatever. And meanwhile, Kai and the shout out Connor of the house were like trying to duct tape this kick drum, and I'm setting up, and I was like, "Where's Anthony? I just saw him." Our bass player. I was like, "Where's Anthony? I just saw him." Like. And then all of a sudden I look, and he was wearing like normal, like a normal crew neck before, like the whole night. And the night before when we rehearsed, I was like, yeah, just for wardrobe, we could wear like something like indie skate rock, like whatever. Or you could wear like the tuxedo that you normally wear, because Anthony's in a few different bands. And I think it's been a staple of his to wear like a full suit with a bow tie. And so I was like, where's Anthony? I look, he just appears from like the doorway in a full tuxedo with his bass, and I just go, fuck yeah, that's so funny, so awesome. So that was a blast, and we rocked out, and yeah, so a lot of familiar faces, lots of new faces, and then I went with Sheila and our friend Jacob, and Crab Cake came along. Which Jacob and Sheila grabbed dinner with their friend Darby, and who lives in Madison, so it just worked out. Kai and Anthony left after that because they couldn't make the Stevens Point show, so I just kind of continued on from Madison the next day to Stevens Point, was the plan, and worked out great. So basically went back to Darby's place, crashed there. The next morning we were lounging around. I got some work done on my laptop. And then went to the Madison skate park. I brought my skateboard, so that was really fun. I hadn't skated in a while, so I got some clips. That was a lot of fun. And then got some tea at a coffee house. And then we watched part of the new Mean Girls. I took a nap, and then I drove to Stevens Point. Met up with Seamus and Brant of the band Shibi that I've been playing with, or that I was playing with. And yeah, just kind of met their band. Went to the house where I was sleeping. Or I had sleeping arrangements, which was a house where Seamus was dog sitting. And at first, it was just kind of a little sus because I had no idea where I was going. I just met these guys, and it was like deep into the woods of Stevens Point. And it was this pretty creepy house kind of thing. And I was like, am I being murdered right now? I met them at a quick trip, and then I followed them to this house to meet everybody before heading out to the venue. So turned out to be cool and legit, and had a lot of fun. Went to the show, played the show. And it was my first time playing a show in Stevens Point. It was a way more DIY setup than I thought. We had to bring, I guess Shibi brought the PA system, the speakers and everything. And at first I was like, oh shoot, I thought that there would be like a sound guy and like a good sound system, because the venue is called the Annex at the Opera House. So I thought maybe it was like a stage sort of thing. Turns out we were just in the lobby of this opera house, so we had to bring all of our sound, and I was, in my head, really set on and excited to do the solo set with the backing tracks, this thing that I showed earlier. But I was maybe thinking about pivoting, like maybe it'll sound way better with, because it was a big room, but the speakers we had were pretty small. So I was wondering what would sound best. Maybe I just do a solo acoustic set, no backing tracks, whatever. And then Seamus had this big Bluetooth speaker. So we sound checked with the backing track pedal into the Bluetooth speaker, and it worked out. And it wasn't like the gnarliest, like most beautiful sounding thing, but it sounded decent enough. So I did half a set with the backing tracks, half the set fully acoustic. And there was a good crowd there. It was some people came for me, some people came for Shibi, as normal bills go. But I was really shocked to see that there's a lot of people that came for me. My good friend Parker Schultz, which my name is Parker Schultz. I met Parker Schultz of Merrill, Wisconsin, on Instagram a few months ago, maybe a year ago. We became pen pals. He sent me some coffee. I sent him some merch. Him and his friend group came out to the show, so that was really dope to see him. And then also saw some other people that came out to the show so like saw my good friend Ryan, his cousin, and her friend came. This dude I used to work with named Justin came from Baraboo, which was like an hour and a half away. So yeah, really fucking rad. And tons of people bought merch, which was dope, and just felt like very fulfilled. Like a lot of people said I had a good set. A lot of people had a good time, and then we got pizza afterwards. Went back to the dog house where we were staying, is what it was called, and we ended up playing night games, and we played charades in this kind of creepy cabin looking house, and it was a lot of fun. And then drove back the next morning to Madison, picked up Sheila, and then drove home. So yeah, it was a blast. And then last Sunday at night, I jammed with Nick Morrissey of the band Shuby. He's the lead guitarist for them, and he's going to be covering lead guitar for the show at the Majestic. Our next show in Madison on 4/20, we got asked to open up for Kainalu. I've known of his music before. He's kind of like a Tame Impala sort of dude. Really cool music, but he's based out of Madison, I guess, and playing a show at the Majestic Theater. So we got the chance to open up for him, and it's going to be a blast. So 4/20 is our next Madison show. I hope you guys are around. I'm going to start pushing that one pretty heavy into April here. And the next big Milwaukee show, I guess, is this weekend on Saturday, March 30th. We are playing Mad Planet for the first time, so very excited to be playing the legendary Mad Planet. It's the best dance bar in Milwaukee. I go there a lot. Not as much as I used to these days, but lots of fun nights I've had at Mad Planet. So yeah, very stoked to be playing there. It's going to be with Hot Like Mars. And we've played with them before. They're kind of more of like a jammy, jam band, funk kind of master band out of Chicago. And they're going to be playing after us. So we play at 10 and then play for about an hour. And then they're going to finish off the night, just kind of keeping the party going. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Very stoked for it. So I hope to see you guys. I just got some pool noodles that I'm making into giant cigarettes. So those I'm going to have somebody throw out pretty early in our set to like, and with the black lights, it's all going to look really cool. So crowd surfing some big cigarettes. So it's going to be like a big social cig moment. Everyone's going to have giant cigarettes. So that's going to be fun. And what else? Yeah, plugging a lot. My guitar was acting funny last week. Maybe in the last like few weeks, it's been like kind of cutting in and out. I diagnosed it as the volume knob. So Friday morning when it was snowing outside, I took it to Wade's Guitar Shop, which I freaking love Wade's Guitar Shop. They're always so nice there. They always hook me up. And literally within like under a minute, shout out Kid who works there. I believe he's Wade's son. Nicest fucking dude. And just grabbed my guitar, like, oh yeah, just gotta clean it up, and just did it for free on the spot, cleaned it up. It was working perfectly. So that was dope. I bought some guitar strings and some batteries. So yeah, I really, really love Wade's. And it does remind me of my days when I was working at the bike shop. My family owns a bike shop in West Bend, very small business bike shop / ski shop. Shout out Mountain Outfitters. And I worked there growing up, and yeah, I just love that personal, like I go there because I feel like I have a more personal relationship with the guys at Wade's, and they just hook it up. So I really do appreciate the small business kind of thing. So I got a new sticker holder thing yesterday at Walgreens for like $5. This is what it looks like. So now all my stickers are going to be in here. I did order some new stickers that are going to match the merch designs I was talking about. Which, did I talk about that? I think I did. It's like 17 minutes ago. I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling. But did I talk about that? Basically, I've been working on some new merch designs. So new merch to come. I remember talking about the website, but I don't remember talking about the designs. But new merch line coming soon. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Mad Planet this weekend. Booking the rest of the West Coast tour this week. Doing some promo vids probably. And promoting the Vivarium show on April 27th. So definitely get your tickets early. That's going to be in the link down below as well. It will sell out. I think it's going to sell out. It's going to be a pretty darn big show. So April 27th, I hope you guys are around for it. I'm going to start pushing that one really, really heavily in the next coming weeks here. So stay tuned for all of that. Yeah, hopefully warmer days to come. Also, Teenager, a new single of Social Cigs, is coming out on April 5th. So we've been playing that one live for quite some time, and it's finally being released. So very excited for that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Crab Cake's been good, though. He was a little sassy after Madison. Darby, who lives in Madison, has a dog named Arthur, and they were just wreaking havoc. He gets just a little crazy with other dogs in like a great way. Like, he's great with other dogs and all people, but afterwards I think he just just gets a little sassy a little bit. Like he's on his high horse a bit. So but yeah, once we get into like a good routine, like he chills out a lot more. So he's the best. I freaking love this guy, and excited to take him on tour. It's going to be an adventure. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching all the way. And if you like the video, press like, and hope to see you guys soon. Love yous. Bye.